Hello, parents and students. This is Mrs. Grey-Gillhouse, and I thought I would make a quick tutorial on how to navigate both our Missoula County Public Schools website, the individual websites at the schools, and then how to navigate Google Classroom and how to even join some classes in Google Classroom. So first thing we'll start with is this is the mcpsmt.org website for our entire school district. Okay, lots of information on here. You can go here to Web Connect to do check grades, but we'll do that in a little bit. So for now, we'll click right here on schools. And for those of you who obviously are wanting to come to Washington Middle School, we go down here to middle schools and we click on Washington. Over here on the left would be the elementary school links, and over here on the right would be the high school. So I'm going to click on the Washington Middle School website, and here it is. And so for our team, and you can also check grades from this Web Connect. But so for our team, we come up here to Teams link. There are your 4 7th grade core class teachers. We will go to our team page. All of our information here. Important for you to read through. One thing I did want to point out is we do require students to have an agenda. We give it to them. And they are required to fill that out every day, each time they walk into a classroom. On the back of it, you will see right here what's called our behavior management plan. And this, let's show you what it looks like here. This is where we keep track of, do students have missing homework? Do they come to class prepared? Are they tardy? Or they're not behaving in a safe, respectful, and responsible manner. And so we call this our check system. Okay, if you look on the back of your child's agenda and you see that they have gotten some checks here, meaning it will say the class and the date, those are negatives, but they are warnings until you get to the 5th one. So once you have a category all filled up over to number 5, there will be a consequence. After school or lunchtime, what we call academic recovery, if you get checks in this area or this area. So it is, we need to meet and talk about what's going on. Why do you have so many missing assignments? Maybe you need help with organization. What are the reasons for you not getting to class on time? That kind of thing. Now, if a child ended up getting 10 in a row, then we would definitely call you and set up a team meeting. That rarely happens, however. And then down here, of course, is checks for behavioral reasons. And if you do get 5 in a row, you will get a detention, whether that's at lunch or after school. You'll also see what's not here on this particular sheet, which are bathroom passes. And so students, when they need to leave and use the restroom, they just have to use one of their passes here. And if they don't use them, they get extra credit at the end of the quarter. So that's kind of nice. So back here to our plan, our team web page, you'll see 3 important links. Google Codes. This is to join Google Classroom. So in order to do that, your child has to have a Google account. That's why you had to sign some documents to make sure that your child was able to get into this, because otherwise they're just sitting in the classroom and they won't be able to do anything. So I'm in Google right now. Your child will have some kind of, emoji here. This is just my own. And then you'll see these 9 little dots. So if you're not familiar with Google, this is how Missoula County Public Schools does everything, where we have, make meetings, we put things on calendars. This is where we have our Gmail, all of that. And right here is Google Classroom. So your child, once they have an account, we will ask them to join all their classes. Okay. And so what that looks like right now, if your child is a new student, they're not in anything. It would be a totally blank white page that you're looking at. So you can see right here, as me, the teacher, I have a WIN class and my WIN students have joined that. Okay. I have a period 2. I actually need to get rid of that. I have a period 2 social studies, a period 3 social studies, period 4, period 6, and then I have 1 English class. So all my students are in each of these classes based on what time and what period they have. Okay, so that's what you have to pay attention to. So let's go back to this. Let's say that you are in Mr. Naderhood's WIN class. Okay, he's your homeroom teacher. You would copy that. you would come back here and you would click this plus sign, okay? And it would say join a class. So I'm going to go ahead and post that. I'm going to join Mr. Naderhood's WIN class. He might think that's weird. What am I doing as the teacher? That's okay because we can do that. So I'm joining it. And now, once that happens, I think my internet is very slow today. I should be able to see that when I go back here to my Google Classroom stuff. That might not have worked. Haha, there it is. I'm in Mr. Naderhood's WIN. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and unenroll. So let's say that you go back and you look at your school schedule and you see second period. You're in accelerated math. So you would copy that code, come back here, click on there, join the class, and then you would now be enrolled in that period. And so you have to make sure you know what your schedule is to know which period code to join. Okay. So let's go back to here. Okay, so that was Google Classroom and how to join and how to look for things. And we'll go back to Google Classroom also, just so I can show you how to navigate that. So let's, before I do anything else, let's pretend I am in Mrs. Gigi's second period social studies. Okay. This is what we call the stream. Sometimes teachers post things on here. They ask you to respond to stuff. I do not do that, so you won't really ever see anything on the stream. What you'll want to do for me is click on classwork. And this is all the lessons thus far this year. Okay, and I do them by months and by the week. So this upcoming week, notice it's gray colored. It hasn't posted yet. It's going to post tomorrow at 8 a.m. This was last week's. I'll go ahead and click on last week's just to show you. And this is a slideshow. And it tells you every single day what we're doing in class. If there are links on there, okay, most things that are underlined are links. So we're doing a project right now. We're studying the 5 pillars of Islam. I've got links to notes, links to texts that are always on there. This is where you will find everything that you need. Now, if we go back to this is called an assignment calendar. This is if you are absent or if you just want to see what's coming up this week. So here's this upcoming week. We didn't have school today, Martin Luther King Day. Here's everything that you're doing in English for the week with Miss Bookman. Me, I just put links to the slideshows that I just showed you. So if you're in my English 7th period, you would click on this and you would know that, oh, tomorrow, this goes to Wednesday. I'll go over here to Tuesday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, January 16th, we are taking the STAR test and you're going to work on your poems. So if you have me for class, you know what that is. And you can also see what we're doing for the rest of the week, especially if you have a planned absence. So there's really no excuse for you to get behind. Okay. Accelerated math, there's that work. Regular math. Me again, that would be a link to the slideshow. Here's what's going on in science. And of course, health PE based on which teacher you have. We have 3 teachers that teach health PE. So that is called the assignment calendar. And we update it every week. The newsletter, we update that every week as well. And that's kind of the same thing, but just more in just a blurb of what's going on to keep parents apprised of what we're doing. Announcements, right? Our ski trip's coming up. So we need $55 to come in as soon as possible. Yearbook information. And so just a little blurb about what we're doing each week. Okay, it's important to look at that so you know, so that if you ask your students, what did you do today in school? And what do they always say? Nothing. Do you have any homework tonight? No. Well, you can double check. And so that is all. Those are the 3 important links, mainly these 2 for parents. And Google Classroom, we did that. Now, let's talk about Infinite Campus. Okay. So Infinite Campus, I'm going to close out of this, is where you check your child's grades. So I am here on the Washington Middle School webpage. If I go right up here to the top, I can click on Web Connect, and you can get to Web Connect from anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and log in as a parent. I could log in as my student right now. If you don't have your parent portal stuff set up, you could make your child log in as a student if you wanted to see it. So I'm going to click on Campus Parent. I already, of course, have my parent username and password. And so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look at my son who's a sophomore at Hellgate High School. We'll see what's going on with him. Oh, I can see he already has a balance, and I think that's from when he was in elementary school. All right, so over here on the left are all the tabs to where you're going to find grades and all that good stuff. Now, grades right away, I'll click on that one. Okay, you can see it. Title of the class, what his grade is right now. And so we are coming to the end of the semester for all schools, middle school and high school. How to navigate this, however, you can either click over here on this arrow. Okay, and this particular teacher only has a tab called classwork. If I click on this arrow, it'll show me all the work that's been done. What's been turned in late, what's been turned in. It should say missing if anything, and that should also be in red. Okay. Let me pick another class here that we can look at. Let's do biology. Okay, so this teacher has these categories: classwork participation, quizzes, labs, unit tests. So again, if I click on the arrow, it's going to show me things, okay, with the date. And I'll show you an overall percentage. Now, a lot of teachers have the grades weighted, which I don't know if you would see from Infinite Campus. So you can't just go on total number of points for that. So you can definitely look at grades that way, or you could just click on assignments and it will show you everything. You could even click the word missing. See, I see he's missing some German here and some social crim. Have to get after him about that. That's kind of nice. You click the missing and it shows you everything. So you could sit here, take a screenshot of it with your phone, which I just might do right now, so I can go in and chew him out for having missing assignments. Let's click current term here and see what it says. Nothing. It says the same thing. Okay. So let's go all the way up. You can see all the assignments thus far this semester. And that is that. Assignments, grades, attendance. You could look at their attendance. This will tell you absences by periods. My son went on a trip to Europe with my parents for a week, so that's why he has so many missing days. Show you their schedule, so you can know what periods they have at what time. Food service amounts that they owe. Okay, documents. If your child has a 504, it should be on there, or an IEP, it should be on there as well. Calendar. That's kind of nice. No assignments. Interesting. Let me just look at this. Oh, and if we click on it, let's just click October. That's when he was gone. Attendance. I'm wondering what were the days he was gone. I don't know. Anywho, mostly what you're going to want are the assignments and the grades. So that is it. I'm going to send this out, and you'll probably get a link in an email from me to go ahead and watch this. And please let me know if you need more clarification, and I could always make another video for you. Thank you.